Hey guys, Marsengan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today we got the data download on both versions of the game for the upcoming EZAs and a couple of stages and other stuff that is going to be dropping. Most of this is coming out tomorrow. I haven't looked through all of the dates here as we're going to go through this data download thread. Some of the stuff might be spread out a little bit more, but some of this stuff is coming out tomorrow, including the EZAs. So shout out to Proton, as always. I'll go here for putting together all the information in the handy thread. Make sure you follow him if you use Twitter to get all this information in this nice, handy and easy to digest fashion. So you can see here, Global Dokkan data download for today. We got the GT sub EZAs, the Shadow Dragons EZA. So they didn't actually tweet out the details for them. So now that they're in the data download, we can finally see what they do. We're going to show that here in the video as well. I haven't looked at them yet, so it'll be interesting to see if they are any good. Obviously, because they will be another interesting piece for Omega's team, giving him the Shadow Dragon links and Big Bad Bosses. That's going to be pretty cool. Perfect Cooperation Team Battle Stages 5 and 6. The Super Extreme Z Battle Destined Rival Saga 3, which is the 2 Super Saiyan 4s, and then Super Extreme Z Battle for STR Omega Shenron. Battlefield 91, and then a wallpaper, which I bet we can see the images here. Yeah, there it is. As I suspected, right? Like people were talking about the new title screen that is the like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta versus Omega. It looks exactly the same kind of style as the like Gogeta versus Janemba, Gogeta versus Broly, like Vegito versus Zamasu. Like it looked exactly like that kind of art. So I knew straight away when we saw that title screen that we would probably end up getting this as a wallpaper. And we will indeed, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, we got the sub EZAs. These all drop tomorrow. This is 6 AM UK time because it's GMT. We're in GMT +1. So tomorrow morning, this is the usual time that stuff comes out. So we've got the sub EZAs. I have already seen a tweet from someone once the data download dropped who's looked into the files, and seemingly they have not fixed the issue for these guys to actually be run in events. So these guys are just basically dead on arrival, which kind of sucks. The GT sub EZAs, Pan and Trunk, these four here do actually seem quite good. So be interesting to see how we get on with those once they're in the game. Then we got the Int LR Shadow Dragons EZA medals. These become available at 8 o'clock. This is 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. This is when the Battlefield comes out. Now, the medals will still be obtainable, I imagine, from the shop, unless we're going to check the upcoming missions as well to see. But just like the Barbary and Dabura, someone pointed out, I think it might have been, was it Bringer? It was either Bringer or Weeb yesterday pointed out that the Battlefield banner says, like, collect medals to Extreme Z Awaken the Shadow Dragons. So a lot of us thought, oh, are there going to be missions from the actual Battlefield to give these medals? But apparently it just said that on the Battlefield banner back in Golden Week last year when Barbary and Dabura EZA'd. It said the exact same thing on the Battlefield banner for them, and you still had to just buy them from the shop with Battlefield memories. So unfortunately that will probably be the case with these guys as well. The only good thing is Battlefield has been giving out a few more memories recently, and there's been nothing worth buying. Like obviously Anarasa is terrible. Like, so I've managed to build back up a decent amount of coins, so Battlefield memories. So we should be able to get all of these and EZA them straight away. Then stage 5 and 6 of the team battle. This is out tomorrow early as well. One of the new missions on the panel board to get some more of the rainbow tickets is to beat one of these stages, so this will be available to do tomorrow. Then the Super Extreme Z battle for Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. The Super Extreme Z battle for Omega Shenron, all out tomorrow morning. And then, yeah, Battlefield 91. This doesn't have the date on it, but I'm assuming it's the 8 o'clock, same as the Shadow Dragon medals availability. So this should be quite fun. And then, yeah, we've got the wallpaper for the Global Dokkan Campaign Part 2. Completing a certain mission from the challenge event Team Battle. So Team Battle event's out tomorrow, so if you beat all the missions, it probably is, I think it was similar to the one in Part 1, it'll be the mission that's just beat all the missions, right? So once you've done all of the missions, you will get the Super Saiyan 4 versus Omega wallpaper, which definitely looks pretty cool. And then, yeah, we've just got some of the scripted events because you are fighting the GT Goku, I think, in the stage 5. So, yeah, like, it's quite a short thread, but obviously it's a lot of EZAs, sub-EZAs, all that kind of good stuff. So Let's go ahead and take a look at the Shadow Dragons here and see what they do. Like I say, I have not actually looked at these guys properly yet. So, obviously they've got a GT Boss's lead, which isn't really important. Their 12 key super greatly raises attack for 1 turn, colossal damage, lowers attack and defense. And their 18 key super greatly raises attack for 1 turn, mega colossal damage, and greatly lowers attack and defense, and has a high chance to stun. So no defense on super, okay. Interesting. So then we have their passive, key +4, attack and defense 177, GT bosses allies 3 key and attack and defense 40%, per GT bosses or extreme ally on the team. Okay, that's good, because obviously for the Omega team it's not necessarily just going to be full GT bosses. Attack and defense 30% and damage reduction 7%. Oh, okay. And it doesn't say self-excluded, so if you've got the full 7 members, because it includes the friend as well, that means it's going to be 7 times 7 if the whole team is extreme. So that means they're going to have 49% damage reduction. When all allies are extreme or GT bosses, attacks effective against all types, and all allies attack and defense 17%. Okay, so GT bosses are going to be getting 57% support from them. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense 77%. When attacking with 18 or more key, attack and defense 77%. 24 key, they get a critical hit 77%. And when the target enemy is attack down, defense or defense down, they get key 7 and attack 77%. And then they still have the same active skill, which is just key +7 and debuffs the enemy's attack and defense. Can be activated from turn 7, which is not great, but I mean, that's the thing. Active skills we know don't change with EZAs, so debuffing the enemy is pretty good on the events where we can do that, especially against like Rosé. So they seem like they could be interesting. 49% damage reduction is good. They do get a lot of stats like when attacking, so they're not necessarily going to be great against AoEs, but I guess with Omega, you got to remember as well, actually, 49% damage reduction, but if you're running them with double Omega leads and both of their passives are active, then that means they're actually going to have 69% damage reduction and quite a decent bit of defense once they've super attacked. And they're going to be providing Omega and the other GT bosses like Texin, STR, Omega, they're going to be giving them 57% attack and defense. So they seem pretty good. Not like anything groundbreakingly crazy, but they seem like they will be good for Omega's team, which is the whole point, right? That's what we want from them. So they seem like they should be pretty good. And so then let's take a look at the missions. So these are all the upcoming missions. So we got a ton of the EZA missions. So for Super EZAing and Extreme Z awakening all these different characters, because there are a lot of them to do. You're going to get a lot of Hercule statues back, because I know, especially for newer players, the primary complaint for EZAs is like how much does any they cost. So we're going to get a bunch of those. Now the interesting thing is there's missions for getting the sub EZA medals, which I believe give you most, if not all, of the medals that you need. Because of the sub EZAs requiring the EZA medals for these characters. But all of them seem to be clear the Extreme Z battle under special conditions. So you've got beat it under, this is level stage 30, so the Goku Vegeta Super 1. Remember, this shouldn't count for the Super EZA, so you've got to switch it back to the normal EZA version and you can basically just replay stage 30. So beating it in under 2 minutes 40 gives you the bronze medals. Beating it within 6 minutes and 44 with a superclass character of each typing gives you the silver medals, and then extreme class character of each typing gives you the gold medals, and then just beat all the missions related to the support campaign gives you the rainbow medals. So it should be pretty straightforward to do these. The superclass one, it's funny they give you so long, because superclass enemies get massively reduced damage against this EZA. Like the whole point of the Super Saiyan 4's EZA is you're supposed to use extreme characters, so that will take longer, I guess. Oh my god. So then we have the beat the Omega one as well. So these are the normal, they're missions for the normal EZA versions. So the normal EZA versions of the Super EZAs are giving you the sub EZA medals. So that's interesting. Then we got Dokkan Special Day, because obviously that'll be on the 30th, which is 2 days from now. So a bunch more of the GDC coins and some free stones. You've got the team battle events, so clear stage 5, clear it with no items, clear it with 6 Inhuman Deeds characters, and then clear stage 6 with no item. Oh, actually no, you've got to use a Senzu Bean and clear stage 6 with a Shadow Dragon Saga team. And then yeah, defeat Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta once in stage 6 of the challenge event gives you the Gogeta and Omega wallpaper. So that's pretty good. Then we have, okay, yeah, these will just be the Super EZA ones. Yeah, so the Super EZA missions, just to help you get the Super EZA medals a little bit quicker, so you don't have to beat the Super EZA, was it like 15 times? You can get the missions done. I think if you get all the missions done within like 5 runs, then you get all of the medals for that as well. So pretty good. And then we can already see on the home board, but the panel missions I've already updated. 2 of them are still left as unknown to get the last rainbow tickets, but the other one is clear phase 1 of stage 5, which I think we already mentioned. This stage will be out tomorrow, so we'll be able to get 2 more of the tickets, and then we've only got 4 more to go in order to get the final tickets for those free summons. So again, we talked about this on the podcast, right? If you want the new unit, if you want one of the 4 headliners, doing all 50 tickets for the 44% chance is the highest chance that you have to get the new unit. If you aren't necessarily prioritizing the new unit, but you want other characters, like for example, you wanted to pull extra copies of Tech for Geo, then using the tickets to just do like normal multis on the Omega banner is obviously the higher chance to get, well, because you can't get Vegeo with the 50 tickets anyway. Well, actually, no, I think you can get a random. Can you get, or they're all just unfeatured? If you want the new unit, you do the 50 tickets. Even if you got burned in part 1, right, and you did the 50 tickets and you didn't get the new unit, it's still the highest percentage chance to get them. So hopefully people will get lucky if you did not with the first set of 50. But those won't be available until these last question mark panel missions become available, which will probably be related to the new event that they mentioned in the news today, which is based on the survey results that they put out on Twitter where people voted. It's going to be a 4-phase event. No items will be allowed, but the enemy won't have like restriction abilities, so seemingly no like locking and sealing and all that kind of stuff, but you won't be able to bring any items. So that should certainly be interesting. But yeah, that's all the stuff in the data download. So plenty of missions, plenty of EZAs. All of this stuff is out tomorrow for the most part. Obviously, whatever's related to these 2 missions aren't. But tons of stuff out tomorrow, including all the EZAs. So there's going to be loads of stuff to be testing out. Should be quite interesting. So let me know what you guys think. What are you most looking forward to from all of this stuff in the data download? Let me know down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.